Good morning, everyone. Hey, good morning, Raj. Yeah, just let the music play while I'm sending out my links and getting everything set up. Make sure I'm all systems go here. I just start the streaming right on the hour because I know I need to wait for that. So is that OJ? Good morning. What's up? Well, here we are on Monday. 2 more days in this month of March to finish out the month. Starting off on a Monday. Uh, Good question, Raj. Very timely question, also. Yesterday, the airline canceled my flight. No explanation. So I'm going to get a refund on that ticket. They didn't give the option to change to another flight. Apparently, they have reduced their flights. They were going 3 or 4 times a day, and then they've reduced their flights to one per day. And the flight I was on got canceled. And they just offered a refund. No option to change to a different flight. So, am I going to Dubai? If I go, I'll have to rebook the flight. I'll have to rebook another flight if I go. So at the moment, I don't have any flight. I'm not going. And I am considering, I have the option, rebook another flight or wait and see. And I'm 99% going to wait and see. There are flights going, but yeah, it's dangerous, to be honest. The problem is that you don't know what's going to happen. There's no progress. Trumpty Dumpty says, "Oh, the war is over. We've won. We've submitted a 15-point plan to end the war." And, but Iran, of course, hasn't agreed to that. And that's what Trumpty Dumpty says. That it's over, it's done. But what's the reality is that they're sending thousands of more troops. There's another aircraft carrier on the way to the region. So what he's saying and what he's doing are not the same thing. So that makes it a very uh, explosive situation. It's a powder keg. It could change today, tomorrow, and escalate dramatically. So that's the reason I've decided to wait and see. Thank you for asking. Thank you for remembering. I appreciate that. I was supposed to go this coming Sunday, but that's all changed. Everything's canceled. Now let's get over here at the chart and see what's happening. We have this big bearish start with the opening of New Zealand and Australia, and then the Tokyo is the first. The Tokyo had also pushed it down on the first candle, the first 10-minute candle, and then they pushed it back up and rejected this area where the pivot point is. And then Singapore, Shanghai have now opened, and we've got a big bullish candle. However, I don't believe that we're going to stay bullish. Gold is bearish on the 4-hour chart, and I haven't looked at the 4-hour chart yet today. Let me jump over there and see what that's. Yeah, it's funny. Last week we were bullish. We were bearish. Then it turned bullish for half of Wednesday and part of Thursday, and then went bearish again. And now it's bearish. It was only bullish for like 24 hours last week, and now it's turned bearish. It's bearish on the 4 chart, and of course bearish on the day chart. So gold is bearish for the long-term charts, the higher time frames, and this is what we saw. Got a really weird move, strange move. We'll just look at this. This is Friday, last week. Oh God, I have a story to tell you on this trade. I'll tell you what I did. This is the opening of Wall Street right in here. The opening of Wall Street, and all they did was just push it up. Crazy. Gold is bearish, and they just pushed it up. Buy, 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 buy. And they went out and they took out the previous day high from Thursday. That's where the liquidity pool is. And then it started going the real direction, which is bearish. And the funny thing is, I was watching this because, you know, I watch when Wall Street opens. And yeah, I saw it going up, but I was looking for it to start to go short. I was looking for it to break down and, you know, and go down. I was looking for a short entry. And so I'm sitting here and just watching this go up, and I didn't take a long trade. I did not take a long trade. And that was because my brain was playing a trick on me. My brain was telling me this is bearish and it's going to go down. So I was trading uh, what my brain was telling me. I wasn't trading what the market was doing. We make that mistake sometimes. You know, I didn't see what was right in front of me. So I didn't take this long trade. Now, some people did in our group actually, and got a good long trade during the Wall Street for the first couple of hours. But this story has a happy ending because after it broke above the previous day high up here, which is what I was looking for, I've seen that move before, and then I went short right here. I went short right here. So I missed a big, good long trade, but then I did get my trade that I was kind of expecting, and I've seen it before. I've taken it before, and it works well. After you get the move up and takes out the liquidity pool, then you get the move in the right direction. So I did go short, but I closed it before I went to bed. So it would have been, you know, nice if I had actually kept that open. What's going on here? Oh man, what's this? Broda. I block that guy? Okay, all I did was, okay, reported, and I think I blocked him. Oh, I know what his issue is. He's MAGA. Uh, I didn't know that he was making some wild, crazy comments in Telegram, and I blocked him from Telegram. That was several weeks ago, and he was doing some name calling, and it was really sad. But anyway, I blocked him from Telegram. I didn't know he was still coming to the live streaming. Yeah, he's a MAGA guy, Trump supporter, and that's okay. But uh, oh, let's don't go there. Let's get back to the charts. So our first 10-minute candle has closed, and it's bullish. Well, I'm not. I really don't want to take a long trade. Hmm. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. I did. I relaxed. Went to a couple of movies. I saw that movie Project Hail Mary. It was pretty good, not bad. Very long movie, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Science fiction movie with Ryan Gosling. He's a good actor. Okay, good comment there. You think gold is still slightly bearish? I think it's a lot bearish. So we're at 44.51 right now, and if it reclaims 4,500 on the high time frame, reclaim 4,500, and then you would say it's strongly bearish. 40, 4,500. Where's 4,500? Not that far away. Oh, we're at 44.52. It's still early for me here, guys, to see the numbers. It's 44.50. 44.50 is where we're trading. And Raj says we're slightly bearish unless we reclaim the 4,500, which is right up here. Mm-hmm. It rejected that level this morning when when the market first opened, and it's falling away from that. $50 away from that already. Hmm. My green trend line here is quite far away. Hmm. Just going to refresh my YouTube channel. Okay. And there's Spaghetti Rigetti. I had to refresh my YouTube channel. I didn't see all the comments. Woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Hey, evening, Rick. No, good morning to you. Good evening. It's morning over here in Thailand. Just gone past 8 o'clock a.m. And this is the opening of the Singapore and Shanghai market. The market I like to look at and trade. Sometimes you can get some good moves, but it's slow. It's slow this time of day for sure. You'd love it to come back and grab the 4,300. 4,300 way down here. Are you short at the moment? Spaghetti, are you short at the moment? Anybody have a trade open on gold right now? I don't. I don't have anything open right now. Just waiting, looking. Yes, I live in Bangkok. I've lived in Thailand since 1989. That's going on 37 years. Yeah, it's good if you can, as a trader, just sit on your hands, watch, and let the market tell you what it's going to do. It's just getting started for this new week. Today's the first day. What I like to do is come back also and look at the Tokyo close. That's 2 hours from now, about two and a half hours from now. And you can oftentimes get a good trade when the Tokyo market starts to close. They start executing orders, closing trades, opening new trades. That can be a good time. If it doesn't do anything now, it's likely I won't take a trade because I'm on this trend line strategy. I need a break above my red trend line to go long. I need a break below my green trend line to go short. So it doesn't look likely I'll take any trade during this session. So I'll come back during the Tokyo close, which would be right over, right in here. Right in here. This is where I'll be looking to take a good trade. Oftentimes you can get a good trade setup, clear direction. When the Tokyo market closes, they start taking some good orders, bigger orders, more volume. And Singapore and Shanghai is also still open. Well, this is interesting. We're getting a retracement here on the bearish move. Initially it was bearish. Now getting a retracement back up to the pivot point. 44.73 is our pivot point. and it's came up here and rejected that zone, came down. Now it's coming back up to test it again. Let's see if we get a rejection here. Also, I have not checked the news yet to see what's going on in the world. I like to just pop over and look at the headlines. I don't see anything has happened overnight. Iran is giving a warning against a U.S. invasion. That's all I see. So nothing dramatic just yet. And we should look at forexfactory.com. Oh, okay. Let's see. Today at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No, no, no. Sorry. It's still early, guys. 9:30 p.m. my time. Okay, that would be 8:30 p.m. No, it would be 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, just check forexfactory.com. Federal Chair Jerome Powell is speaking tonight. That's about 13 hours from now. Federal Chair Jerome Powell will be speaking. That could be interesting. We could see some volatile movement. Let me just look at, I'm not going to show this chart because that kind of screws up my streaming. Let's see what else we got. We got the ADP non-farm is on Wednesday. We have the core retail sales also on Wednesday. ISM manufacturing also on Wednesday. So, very volatile week. Thursday, the unemployment claims. And then Friday, of course, the first Friday of every month is the non-farm employment change. So it's a big week with the high impact news. Be sure and check Forex Factory and be aware of that stuff. Oftentimes, what you get, as you know, if you're been trading for a while, is a knee-jerk reaction. I try to avoid trading the news, but sometimes, like the non-farm employment, that can be quite impactful, and also the inflation data can have a big impact, and you need to be aware. At least be aware. But for me, I try to avoid trading the news. Oh, that's so true, spaghetti. And that has happened to me years ago. I'm like everybody else. I learned the hard way. Get rigged both ways. You think it's going up? Wow, look at that big move. So you go long. It comes back, hits your stop loss. Oh no, it's going short. So you go short, and it comes back and hits your stop loss. Yeah, it's like trying to catch a falling knife, playing with fire. Yeah, best to just avoid the news. That's best. There's plenty of other opportunities in trading. You don't have to trade the news. But our mentality as humans is we think we can make uh, quick money. It doesn't work. And it's not that the market is against us, as you can read below on this new quote that I put on today. The markets are not fair and they're not unfair. They simply move. And they will give us opportunities to make money. But the news releases are an opportunity for the institutions, the hedge funds managers to manipulate the market. So we are getting that rejection here in this zone around this pivot point, 44.73. What did it get to? 44.66, just below the pivot points. Rejected that twice now. And after this bullish candle, we got a doji, and then it's rejected this zone here. So far, that candle's not finished yet. Just another minute and a half. But it looks like a clear rejection of this higher price. And you guys are in the Telegram group. Let me know, don't be shy. Chat in the group and let me know if you go for a long trade or a short trade. Even if it's wrong, it's okay. We don't always make the correct moves. I post my wins and my losses. On Friday in the Wall Street, wow, nobody was chatting. Thursday was like, wow, it was great. Lots of good comments. But Friday it was very quiet in the Telegram group. Here we go. Now we're getting a bearish move. I don't believe Howard has come in yet today. He's pretty regular on joining the session. He made some good trades last week. Okay, our next candle has started. Mm-mm. It looks really bearish on the 5-minute chart. I'm looking at that now on my other screen. It looks very tempting to go short on the 5-minute chart. But I'm going to wait. So my long-term analysis, guys, I think we will see 4,000. Not today. That's long-term. I mean, we're not that far away. In March, this month, we've dropped $1,400 from the all-time high to the low. No, it wasn't even the all-time high. Got up to 5,400. We dropped down to 4,100. So nearly $1,400 drop in March. And if this war continues, it looks like it's likely to continue. That's going to cause increased inflation. And if inflation starts to increase, it's likely that the central banks around the world are going to start raising their interest rates. And if the Federal Reserve raises the interest rate, that makes the interest rate on the U.S. dollar higher. And the U.S. dollar has already become the safe haven of choice. High interest rates on the U.S. dollar, and that's bad for gold. So we will see lower prices in gold if the geopolitical situation continues the way it is. And that's why I'm thinking, expecting that possibly we could see 4,000 this year. Forget about 6,000. That's not going to happen this year. Ha 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 ha. Look at that. So it was tempting me on the 5 minute chart to go short. And I didn't. I did not give in to the temptation. And now it's going back up. You got to play this game. You learn how to play this game and detach your emotions from your trading. Trust your strategy. If this should break below the trend line later, then the first level it would come to would be the support level here at 43.90. And if it breaks that, then we have another, I don't even have the support level on there. Let me just add that one. The next support level would be 42.88. If it breaks this one, that would be the next one. Look at that. Amazing. Amazing. I'm going to get that, take off that second support level so it doesn't, yeah. Oh, wow. Just think, if I had given in to my temptation on the 5 minute chart and went short, I would be getting whacked right now. Oh man, look at that. So it's come up to our pivot point. Now I'm trading at 44.73. Of course, 4,500 is a big psychological support level, resistance level. Let's just put a resistance line there. I like to keep those white in color. So that's 4,500. That's a strong psychological resistance zone. It could possibly go up and test that. It was there when the close of the Wall Street and the opening of the markets today. They stayed around that for a little while and then fell down. But it looks like it wants to go up and test that again. If you're scalping, you might get something here, but you got to be really careful. This is, you got 3 red candles, 1 green candle, 2 red candles, 1 green candle. For me, this is not a valid trade setup yet. Yeah, that's what they call choppy. So if any of you here are new or you're watching the recording and you're new and you'd like to contact me directly, you can do that on Telegram. My ID is at RickRayFX. Just message me and I will reply to you. That's my main messaging service and I'm usually pretty quick to reply. And if you'd like to be added to the chat group that I have with other traders, just let me know and I'll add you to the group. We just sometimes get some good activity in there, traders chatting with each other. Like last Thursday was very active. That was great. And then sometimes it goes quiet. Most people tend to be a little bit shy sharing their trades. And if you're totally brand new and you want to learn more about forex, just go to my website, rickrayfx.com. Tons of information there about trading, prop firms. There's a free course there. There's a tab at the top. I'll show you how to get started. Absolutely free course, 10 video tutorial. And look at that. Now it's rejecting this pivot point. How about that? That's 3 times it's gone up there and fallen down. So I pretty much already know what I'm going to do. I really would be very hesitant to take a long trade. I just don't see I just don't see it. If it should break above my trend line here, I think it would probably just test this 4,500 level and fall back down. So what I'm going to do is come back in the Tokyo close right in here and then see if there's a good trade set up at that time. Of course, we still got some time here for Singapore and Shanghai. Sometimes on the hour, that would be 9 a.m. for me. On the hour, sometimes then you start to get a good move. And it might just come down, crashing down and go strongly bearish. Let's see what the 1 hour chart looks like. Oh, just a green candle on this 1 hour. So maybe on the hour, then we'll get a reversal. That happens a lot. It goes up the first hour and then goes back down the second hour, or vice versa. Sometimes on the hour it goes absolutely the opposite direction. But you can see on this hourly here, this is not a valid trade setup, not for me. So none of you guys have taken a trade yet. That's cool. We're all just sitting here watching. Not really any big move. There was nothing dramatic over the weekend. Sometimes there can be, and then you get a dramatic open on Monday morning, but that hasn't materialized. We're just getting, as Raj said, just getting choppy movement up and down. Initially, a good bearish move initially. If you're down and under, like Raj and Howard, Howard likes to get in early here before the Tokyo Open. So he might have gone short this morning. And even Raj here, but I think Raj is at work when the market is opening. This is like this first candle is, I believe that's 5 a.m. in New Zealand. No, that's not right. It's 5 a.m. my time. What time is that? What time is that first candle in New Zealand? That would be just after midnight. I get confused sometimes thinking I have clients in Chicago and you guys down under and sometimes in Africa. I know the times for me, but sometimes I get confused changing the time zones. Oh yeah, you're in front of me, of course. You're in front of me. So yeah, 11 a.m. Yeah, that makes sense. So 11 a.m. Yeah, and then so you're at work, Raj, if I understand it right. Yeah, you're at work when the market opens. That's right, because sometimes Howard is saying he's cooking lunch right now. And look at that, we've gone back up and tested this pivot point again. Now it looks like it wants to break above that. Howard's not in the mood, sitting on his hands. Yeah, it's already Monday, the 30th of March. In the U.S., it's still Sunday. So another 4 minutes on this candle. Not much. There, it's moving up, but there's not much bullish momentum. The buyers are not very strong right now. And let's just quickly scan through and look here at the oil is $99. It was 100 over the weekend. It's dropped down to $99, still high, very high. Before the war, it was 65. Bitcoin is not doing very well, 66. So it's time for me to buy some more. And DXY, oh, dollar is doing great, eh? It's above 100. This is higher than it's been for like 7 or 8 months. And that's why gold, why the dollar, the US dollar has become the safe haven of choice. The dollar is getting stronger, and that means interest rates are going to stay high, and investors prefer to have the US dollar as a safe haven. The Dow Jones is not doing very well, and the S&P 500 not doing very well either. Stock markets are crashing. The planet is in a very unstable situation. I'm going to stay here while this candle, and this, I'm just curious to see, are we going to break above and keep going up to 4,500? It looks like it wants to, doesn't it? But it really just keeps rejecting this pivot point here at 44.73. Ah, okay. So you took a couple of trades, Raj, even though it's choppy. You're trying to do a little bit of scalping, eh? Oh, on the NASDAQ. Yeah, I don't trade that. Bad idea. Yeah, there's no clear direction yet. There's so much uncertainty in the world, and it's all revolves around the Middle East war. Yeah, look at that. Now it's rejecting that pivot point. How about that? Not really too surprising. That's a resistance level, but it's very close to the 4,500. So I thought it might go up there and test that zone and then fall back down. But it's not able to get above the pivot point. Definitely no clear direction. Hmm. So another another 7 minutes on this candle, and then we'll be at the top of the hour. And I'm pretty sure at the top of the hour, it's likely to just come right back down. Because this first hour has been bullish, and then we oftentimes see a reversal at the top of the hour, and then might come right back down. Or it will break above that and continue going up to 4,500. If it breaks above that and keeps going up to 4,500, I'm not going to go long. That's a very strong psychological level, and gold is bearish on the higher time frames. Oh, got 10 people watching now. If you're new to the streaming here, the live trading, new to the channel, let me know where you're watching from. And be sure you have subscribed and click the little bell so you'll be notified. And also for today, be sure and click the like button. That does help the channel. And if you're new here, I'm here every Monday to Friday at the same time, 8 o'clock a.m. Indochina time. That's in Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand. That's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I am going to go ahead and sign out. Thank all of you guys for being here. I do appreciate it. Thank you for your comments. And hope to see you again tomorrow. Have a great day of trading wherever you are in the world. I'll see you again next time.